This event scheduled for one fall, a tag team match. Introducing, with a combined weight of 842 pounds, from deepest dark Africa, Akeem, and from Cobb County, Georgia, from the Cobb County Correctional Institute, Big Bossman, the Twin Towers.
Listen to the music, hear the call. Welcome everyone to Cobb's Coliseum here in Hamilton, Ontario. Gorilla Monsoon along with his lordship Alfred Hayes. We could see a title change hands here, your lordship.
I think so, very, very definitely. I think everybody else here agrees to that point. Look at the size of these men.
Twin Towers, well over that 800-pound combined weights.
But they are both fast men for this tremendous weight that they carry, this bulk, this size they have. They are nimble on their feet.
Where's the slickster?
Very adept. Oh, I bet he's here somewhere. And look at Akeem dancing up a storm there. I'm not particularly keen on that type of dancing. What would that be called?
Jive.
Their opponents, with a combined weight of 585 pounds, the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Axe and Smash Demolition.
Here's two guys that don't do any dancing and not too much talking. They do all their talking inside the squared circle. WWF Tag Team Champions, Axe and Smash Demolition.
And what an assignment these two men have tonight in this ring here in Cobb's Coliseum.
Well, you know, your lordship, when you have the championship and you're headed towards the ring, you've got rough opponents, you always seem to dwell, and that thought is always in the back of your mind that gives you that little bit of extra inspiration, and that is that these guys have to pin you or make you submit in order for them to walk out with the gold. If the match terminates in any other way, you're still going to walk out of there with the title.
That's absolutely true, but then when you look at Big Bossman and Akeem, these two monsters, they are awesome in their size, and they have crushing power, plus they have some very, very well-polished moves that I've seen them effect between the two of them. They have combined their talents, their strength, and their power very, very well indeed, and they have become a formidable team. The champions, however, we know just how devastating they can be. They are, of course, in excess of 600 pounds. That is the combined weights of those two men. Axe, just slightly smaller than Smash, but goodness, they are impressive, awesome men.
Well, I hope they've reinforced the ring for this one.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Hate to see something collapse.
And I believe that Smash we were getting a close-up of just then, and he really is a finely tuned athlete. He's big, he's over 300 pounds. He's in that 6'5" area, a big man. Axe, of course, just a few pounds lighter, 285, something like that. And maybe an inch or two shorter. He's about 6'3", 6'4". Axe, big man. But then look at the Twin Towers.
Huh. Two hunks of humanity. That's exactly what they are. They can move around that ring and can terminate anyone's career at any given point in time.
And of course they have
Look
done
at now,
it.
psyching themselves up now. And the big 747 steps out onto the apron.
Yes, and he's facing the biggest of Demolition, so obviously they've chosen Demolition, the champions, to put in their bigger man.
Blocked, and a right hand, and another right hand by Smash, and three of them. Look out, Big Bossman with a reversal. Uh-oh. The irresistible force just met the immovable object.
Yes, and that certainly was immovable. Very, very impressive start there by the Big Bossman. He took some heavy, heavy rights, and then when Smash came to knock him down, he didn't budge him one iota.
Oh, what an elbow. Look at Smash just standing there, waiting for him to turn around to show him that that didn't have all that much effect.
No, it didn't appear to, but look at Bossman now, he's staggering all around the ring.
He's getting it where it hurts, right in the breadbasket. That could be his weak point. Tag is made and Axe steps in. Going to work now on the left arm and shoulder, the Big Bossman. That's a key to these victories over these giants get him down on the canvas. Look at just like a jackhammer.
Well, I've never seen that before so early in a match. I've never seen Bossman even down on one knee before, but there he was down on both knees, and for a moment his stomach did touch the mat. He was fully down on the canvas, but he's got up, apparently not desperately in trouble, but in enough trouble that they should be alarmed at this moment.
Well, it's not every day of the week that you step inside the squared circle against the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, and they can give anyone a negative. I don't care how big or bad you are.
Well, they certainly have started off like champions. They're doing exceptionally well against this pairing of the Twin Towers, and Demolition are showing us why they have been such great champions in holding that title.
Slickster made a remark to me that it's just a question of time in his own mind before these guys, the Twin Towers, are the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions.
Well, first off, Gorilla, they've got to overcome...
Yeah, they've got to beat these guys.
These fellows, yes.
Not an easy task.
No. But Slick is a very shrewd man, and he's always championing his own causes.
Title definitely on the line here, even though we are in a foreign country, here in Cops Coliseum in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. This is a title match. We just reversed Akeem, and the pole moved about 5 or 6 inches.
Yes, it did. I think the whole ring shifted about 5 or 6 inches there. Good job it did, otherwise it might have snapped.
Notice you don't see them handheld camera guys too close, Lordship. They don't want to get squashed like a grape here, like Akeem is getting right now. Yeah, the dance step sort of missing something right now.
I think there's something missing upstairs completely. But that was sheer instinct there. That was...
He might have been hearing some music.
Yes, I think he was definitely hearing bells at least upstairs.
So far, the continuity of the champions has far surpassed that of the Twin Towers. Now reverse double chin lock.
And once again, they've sent one of these competitors of the Twin Towers, this time Akeem, to his knees on the mat. So Demolition showing us exactly what they're capable of in these first 5 or 6 minutes.
Rake of the eyes there by Akeem as the referee had his back turned. And now the Big Boss Man's in control. Without the nightstick. Duck underneath by Axe, look out. From the outside, Akeem did a number on him. No, it's not over yet, Boss Man. Haven't won yet.
No, he's being a little cavalier in his attitude here, but there is why. You see, they have formed a very good team. They've managed to ire Smash, who comes in and distracts that referee. That's good teamwork, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Planning in advance. Right now, they have the ring cut in half, and Axe is in the wrong part of town, so to speak.
And especially when a big man like that can work you over at will. And Smash has got to try and contain himself. He's got to get back to his corner and stay there, otherwise Axe is going to be in a whole heap of trouble.
Take a hike, Axe. Get out of there. Of your own volition. Not this way. Look out. Here comes Akeem. He's got the tag rope. Looks like the tag rope anyway. Yes. Right around the throat.
Well, it went into his mouth first.
In his mouth, yes.
Even a worse situation.
Boy, I better see my optometrist.
That was a really tough situation for Axe, and he fought back, and look at him, straight into trouble again. And the referee is being diverted.
Taken advantage of.
Yes, absolutely. They're exploiting him, and they're doing more or less what they want to, the Twin Towers. And Axe is down. He's in a lot of trouble. He needs desperately to make a tag at this situation. And Demolition, who looks so formidable in the beginning, Gorilla, not looking quite so formidable now.
Absolutely fact. And it counts, most importantly, what you look like at the end and not at the beginning.
Yes. In fact, one of your expressions that I rather like, I've seldom used though, is ripe for the pickings.
Well, he's getting there right now. He's not ripe yet, but He's getting overexposed to the sun, you might say.
Yes. Oh, a little showboating there, too, by Akeem.
This is one of the main reasons, Your Lordship, I've always expounded on why we need 2 referees in tag team matches. Because one referee cannot control it.
Well,
And these guys aren't all that fast.
no, but they're fast enough, though. You know, their huge bulk and size is often a deception as to their speed.
Look out.
Look at this maneuver.
Ramming him on, another avalanche. And Axe in deep trouble if he doesn't make a tag here.
My word, that was a double avalanche of over 800 pounds hitting Axe. I don't think he's ever going to get up from the canvas now.
We could see history made here in Hamilton, Ontario. We could see the World Wrestling Federation tag team title change hands here as they're setting up Axe right now.
They really are, and Bossman not being at all selfish for this.
Airborne, he didn't get up there all that high, and Smash comes in to make sure. Oh, look at this, roll up from the backside. 1, 2, no. Couldn't hold those big ham hocks down there.
No, if only Axe hadn't been subjected to all that punishment he has been for the last 3 or 4 minutes, I'm sure he would have been able to hold. Akeem,
nice side move. The big Akeem went for a backbreaker, and Axe just went around the side door and rammed his kisser right down into the canvas.
And that really was a great move by Axe, but look at the teamwork that they're showing, the Bossman and Akeem. Twin Towers are really beginning to show me a lot of good moves.
Referee rapidly losing control of this one, as for a moment there, all 4 men were in the ring. Look out! Nobody home in the corner. Misses an elbow. Almost tore that corner out of there. Missed another elbow. And the tag is made. Here comes Smash.
And Akeem was definitely looking a little ponderous on those last few moves. He slowed down considerably.
All 4 in the ring right now. Referee, oh, look at that. What a miscue. Clothesline by Smash and the Beauty. Well, here's a little double team action with the Big Bossman down on the canvas. Oh, they wiped out everybody, including the referee.
Well, they were showing us, Demolition was showing us just how good they were just then. Unfortunately, the referee got in the way.
Down for the cover. Nobody there to count. Oh, come on. He's got a nightstick.
And look at Smash. He didn't like that one iota. He's thrown the referee away. It will be very, very interesting now to find out what the decision of this match is going to be.
I think he's going to disqualify the Big Bossman for bringing that nightstick into the ring. Well, and then again, he might have disqualified Smash for throwing him 3/4
exactly, that's
across
why.
the ring.
And if this is a loss for Demolition, it will pay them or cost them very, very dearly.
Well, one thing for sure, the title will not change hands.
No, whichever way it goes, but look at Twin Towers. They're really putting the pressure on Axe here, who's in the ring by himself. Where is Smash?
Comes another referee. Smash is out there on the floor somewhere, I believe, Your Lordship. Oh, we finally got the word over to our ring announcer, so let's go down and get the official word. Here it comes.
The official has disqualified both teams.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I guess that cleared both of us there, because initially I thought it was Demolition he had disqualified. Initially, you thought it was Twin Towers. Well, it's some sort of poetic justice that neither of them really lost or won this match.
Well, he's not happy, and I don't blame him. They expected to walk out of here with the World Wrestling Federation title. They didn't do it.
No, but he's proclaiming that they did do it. He's saying we're the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. Not quite so, in fact. They did make a great showing here, this teaming of Twin Towers, but they didn't beat those 2 men.